But she hasn't really come out strong until this moment, 7 minutes into the interview, where she was weak at the beginning. Now she's finally like, look, you don't, we're not, this is when we most need our rights, is when there's an emergency. We have to protect ourselves and our family, and that's our right to do that. You can't take that away from us. Like, this is when we need it most, is when there's an emergency. That's when you're going to need to be traveling around and buying things and getting goods and everything else. And it's like, okay, so now anytime the experts, some doctor in the bureaucracy, some government doctor who's been a government bureaucrat, is 35 years, been a doctor working for the federal government, 35 years in Washington, D.C., multi-millionaire. Anytime he says people need to stay at home for public health reasons, boom, now all of a sudden every little mayor across the land can turn himself into his own little tin pot dictator, and every governor across the land can turn himself into a king, and it's just rule by dictate. You don't think that's not going to be abused and misused and constantly reasserted? I guarantee that we see this again. I'm making a prediction right now. This is a long-term prediction. This is a long-term prediction. April 10th, 2020. We're currently living in a situation where we've lost all of our rights. We can't go to church. We can't engage in peaceable assembly. We can't travel about. We're quarantined in our homes without due process, without right to an attorney, without right to a jury trial. And my prediction is that this is the first time this has happened in anybody's life ever. It's the first time in American history, 2020. Even though we have had pandemics in the past. And our founding fathers, of course, knew about epidemics and things like the plague and everything else, and did not include any exception in the Constitution that people's rights go away anytime there's a sickness going around. But my prediction is that over the next 30 years, between now and 2050, we'll see this several more times. At least 2 or 3 more times we'll see us go into like an emergency public health situation where every little mayor across the land and every little governor across the land turns themselves into their little king and dictators, and all the rights go away. We have to do whatever we're told, like good little comrades in a communist authoritarian system. Put it down. Mark my words. That's a prediction. It's a sad one, but I bet it comes true.
The executive